This is your masterclass Snowflake edition in Procreate. I will show you 5 different ways to use the quadrant and radial symmetry tool to create these different types of snowflakes within Procreate. For full tutorials from A to Z on each of these examples, check out the description below. But for this masterclass, we will just do a quick overview how to get you started. So let's begin. We'll start off with the snowflake. To create this type of snowflake, a 6-point snowflake, you want to open up your drawing guide and we want to edit that drawing guide. To get started, tap on symmetry and then we need the quadrant option. This does not need to be turned on, rotational symmetry, because we're just using the quadrant. Let's continue. Tap done. So we have our 4 points. Make sure drawing assist is on and we begin. I draw out my first point. I add in some details, something simple. Maybe I'll add another diamond here. I'm just gonna color that in. You have your first point. We need to duplicate this. We will duplicate it. In the first duplicate, we will tap on the transform tool and we will rotate it by 60 degrees. Once that's rotated, tap on your transform tool and we will duplicate the first one more time. Transform tool and we will change the angle to 120 degrees. And now we have a 6-point snowflake. But wait, how do we add in more details in between? You can either merge all these 3 together or just select all 3 layers. We will turn the entire snowflake. So once all 3 are selected, transform tool, green node, but this time 30 degrees. Once that has changed 30 degrees, or turned I should say, you can now recreate what we just did the first time within the middle. So, new layer, make sure drawing assist is on, and again, I will draw something simple for our example. And we will repeat what we did before. I will duplicate this, tap the transform tool, turn it 60 degrees. Duplicate that first drawing we did, and again, tap the transform tool, turn it 120 degrees. And there you go. You have a 6-point snowflake. Awesome. Let's move on. I'm just gonna select all these and clean up a little bit. Keep this organized. New layer. So we got our 6-point snowflake with a little bit of detail in the middle. Next, how can we create this hexagon style? To create the hexagon takes a little bit of trial and error, but we're still going to stay with a quadrant. Make sure drawing assist is on. To create the snowflake, we will start off by just sketching. You're going to want to sketch this one out for sure. And what you're eyeballing pretty much, will this line here equal this one here? This is why it takes a little bit of trial and error. Okay, as you can see, my hexagon is a little bit stretched out lengthwise, like height-wise. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna erase or before I erase even, you can just redraw in the middle. So you can see where you start and stop. That's a little bit squished, so somewhere in the middle, like so. And now I will erase the top. Now my hexagon looks nice and equal. Again, this is just our sketch, so it's okay that it's messy. Now I begin to draw out my cupcakes. Add a new layer, drawing assist, make sure it's on, and here we go. I draw my first cupcake like so, with whatever design you would like. There's my cupcake. But as you can see, here is where it gets a little bit tricky because we're only drawing half. Now, if I begin to draw the icing, it's mirrored. It doesn't give me my flow that I would like, my design. So what we have to do is just turn off drawing assist for a moment, draw out, make sure it's as close as possible to the first design. Doesn't have to be perfect. Flip my canvas around, do the same. And now I can begin designing more details, coloring it in, and you'll be done. So there you have your hexagon snowflake. I'll group those, turn that off. Let's continue. What do we got next? Our Lego man. Very fun, very easy, many options. So we need a new layer. We're still on the quadrant. So to begin, sketch out your idea first as always, and make sure drawing assist is on. I sketch out my box for my Lego, just so I know what details I want. And now you can decide. You can have your Lego character like so, but it will be mirrored. Let's turn that off for a second. If you jump in back to edit drawing guide and turn on rotational symmetry, then your Lego man will look like so. Or what I did was just turn my whole canvas on a diagonal and have my Lego character this way. And then if I wanted each face to look a little bit different, I would just turn off drawing assist and individually draw the different faces. So you have a few options with your 4-quadrant snowflake. Turn back drawing assist back on, and you can continue adding more details. Just like that, you'll have a Lego man snowflake using 4 quadrants. Next up, we got 2 more. So for the next one, I have 2 examples. I got this cat, and I also made the snowman. For both of these, what we need to do is use the radial option, which is our 8 points. Once you have that on, tap done. And very simply, I just started, make sure drawing is on, drawing in your circles. Once you have your circles to a certain desire, draw in 3 more. The only trick is here is keep your shapes in your drawings within the middle as much as possible. Not too close to this side, not too close to that side. Now you can either erase some details if you like to keep this design, or you will color everything in. And then continue adding more and more details until you have your snowman. If you would like to have what I did, having different hats, different faces to each snowman, then just like before, whatever layer you are drawing on, or whether you create a new layer, make sure drawing assist is turned off. And now you'll be able to draw different faces on each snowman. Beautiful. The same pattern is used for a cat or any other design. Maybe you like dogs. You can draw dogs, and so on and so forth. If you add 2 more details, just make sure drawing assist is turned off. Your last snowflake is this, using words. So let's draw this. We're in drawing guide. For any type of words, we need to have rotational symmetry turned on so that all the words are facing the same direction. If this is off, the words will begin to mirror each other. Drawing assist. The words, as you can see, they flip because they're mirroring. We don't want that. If that's a design choice, then keep going as is. To avoid that though, within your symmetry options, you're on radial, rotational symmetry turned on, done. And now when you write your words, they will follow the same direction. And with this, you have two options while you are drawing. You can use the line, for example here, to make sure it's straight. Congrats. Add in a little bit more details here. Or, as I drew before with the bubble layers, then you will use the space between. One tip, as you're drawing, this is not a circle, this is a square, it's a perfect square. So sometimes if I draw too low here, it'll get cut off, but in this section, it continues to draw. So just be mindful of that. Same idea, if here I draw too high up, it'll be off the page, but it'll be shown in this section. So as you're drawing, or your bubble letters, your words, just make sure it doesn't go off the page. Make sure it's centralized. And that is it. Those are all your big tips for drawing any type of snowflake within Procreate using those two symmetry tools. You can do snowmen, words, animals, fun Legos, cupcakes, and 6-point snowflakes. That is your masterclass. For a full tutorial on any of these snowflakes, check out the description. I'll make a link to each full video so I can walk you from A to Z at a better pace. If you have any more questions regarding snowflakes, the radial or quadrant symmetry tool within Procreate, let me know in the comments and I'll make another video to help you out. See you in the next video.